Now, we have another question from Stephen Mould, who is a PPC in Derby North. Stephen, over to you.
Hello, conference. I'm Stephen Mould, the PPC for Derby North. I'm a husband, a father of two, one of 5 weeks old, so if I look a little tired, I apologise. I have something actually I'm sure you'll appreciate, a short question. It's with real regret that on some occasions, some voters turn to us and say that they believe a Conservative government would in some way penalise single mothers. Whilst acknowledging the Conservative belief that stronger families make a stronger Britain, how can we ensure that voters place their faith and trust in our party to protect their family, whether it be a family of 5 or a family of 2? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Stephen. That is so important. Tim, is it?
Standing up for families and the stability that families offer does not mean we should also not be standing up for people who happen to find themselves single parents. Single mothers, very often through no fault of their own, find themselves in difficult circumstances, bringing up children with challenging behaviour that they have to take care of on their own. And we need to make sure there's the appropriate support available for those single parents. And we'll come back to Sure Start Children's Centres on this because we're all passionate about children's centres. We need to make sure that the appropriate help is available where it's most needed for single mothers and for single fathers as well. And the one thing that strikes me as I go around a lot of these children's centres is how few fathers there are there too. We've heard earlier about the effect of dadlessness in children's lives. How much better children's lives are when they have the influence of a father and a mother figure there, preferably together, but if not, at least to be able to enjoy the experiences of both those parents. And not enough of what we do in children's centres is geared up to being attractive and accessible to fathers as well. So I think we'd like to see services tailored to get fathers across the door as well as the mothers, and to make sure that we're accessing some of the more difficult to access people in some of the more deprived areas, which is what Sure Start Children's Centres were about in the very first place, to give that support and intervene early. As we heard from Andrea earlier, it really can give us the best bang for our buck, and early intervention is the key word there.
See, I think it's just, if you want a measure of how our party is changing and engaging with British society as it is today, and the different forms that families take, often through no fault of an individual. The conversation we've just had about lone parenthood and the tone that we've adopted and the practicality of what we're saying, it is just so refreshing. This is what the Conservative Party now stands for as we tackle the social problems facing our country, and it is just absolutely the right approach, and I believe that the electorate and people out there can sense it.